There we were standing in a circle, 5 guys telling different stories at a party. I have just finished telling a joke and was really happy about the laughs that I've got. Then there was this guy whom I barely knew started telling a joke, an old one in my opinion, and I just cut him off by saying, "Yeah, I know that one," and threw in the punchline. Apparently I was the only one besides the teller who knew the joke. So there was an awkward pause and they all started asking what's the joke about. But it was too late as the punchline spoiled the whole idea of the joke. The guy who tried to tell the joke looked at me and asked a legitimate question, "Why did you do that?" And honestly, I couldn't come up with a coherent reply. I thought, what's the big deal? If I'm telling a joke and someone from the group knows it, the chances that I will be interrupted are close to 100%. At least they will mention out loud that they know exactly what am I talking about. Of course I never liked when it was happening to me, but I thought as everyone is doing it, that's a normal way to go. There is even a safe phrase that you use if you want to avoid such a thing. You say, "Alright, I will tell a joke right now, and if some of you guys know it, please shut the fuck up and let me finish." Why we are so bad at listening? We humans evolved as a herd species. That was our main advantage against dangerous predators, and the only way to chase and hunt down a prey bigger than ourselves. Evolution made us so much dependent one on another that being expelled from a community would have meant a certain death by being caught and eaten by a predator or starving to death because of difficulty to hunt a prey all by yourself. This instinct is so strong in us that we always want to be liked and approved, which guarantees that we remain a community member. And if we are not liked, our chances to be kicked out increase dramatically. In today's world this is not such of a big deal anymore, as we can move on with our lives more or less on our own. But the need for belonging, connection, for being part of community remains huge. And you know what's the best tool for being liked by people to connect? It's listening. And what do we do today to be liked? We talk about ourselves and show off as much as possible. And if we listen to other people talking, it is just for being able to catch a short pause in their monologue and to squeeze in a story about how awesome we are. We perceive listening as something natural, that we know and are good at, but chances are that we suck at it badly. Listening is not just hearing words and sounds, but trying deeply to understand the meaning behind those words, to get the mood of a person, to figure out the feelings behind the story, and even intuiting what was left unsaid. That can only be achieved when you totally forget about everything else, and especially you forget about yourself. You are no longer conscious about how you look and feel and how you are perceived by others. If you want to be liked, you have to always make it about them. Because if you make it all about you, it will be a disaster. Putting someone down in the pursuit of proving how smart we are might be an acceptable idea for a quiz show. But if our goal is to have a relationship with someone, we better stop showing off and start learning to listen. If you don't really care and it's not interesting for you what people have to say, why do you think they will be interested in you? Because you are prettier and smarter? Well, they don't give a fuck. People already have their own insecurities. Why would they add up to them by listening to someone's self-praising speeches? That's the last thing they would like to know. If you're not genuinely interested in someone, don't bother approaching them, because no one will benefit from such an interaction. The good news is that we are not doing this on purpose, because of bad intentions. Usually it happens subconsciously as we don't pay attention to the thoughts in our head. Imagine if you are talking to a girl that you like, and while she's telling you what she usually enjoys doing, your brain is panicking. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, now she will finish the sentence and I don't know what to say next. Oh my god, I'm busted. She will understand how boring and insecure I am. What to tell, what to tell, what to tell. You are not listening. You are physically there, but totally focused on yourself, thinking, are you cool enough or not? Or a guy is telling you a story how he took a horse ride one day, and your brain goes, oh, I know, I will tell him the joke about the old horse and the clown. Yeah, sure, he will like it, just not to forget horse and clown, horse and clown, horse and clown, horse and clown. Oh my god, he's still talking. Will you please shut up? Horse and clown, horse and clown, horse and clown. Oh great, now I forgot what I wanted to say. Thank you, jackass. And then the guy stops talking and looks at you like, what do you think about that? And you don't have a clue what was delivered to you in the last 2 minutes, because you were really busy not listening. And in addition, you forgot your joke, so you just stare at him and say, yeah, cool. And that's it. Because you haven't listened, you are stuck and you don't know what to say next. Basically, you just kill the conversation. Our minds go wild trying to find out what to say next, but it does so while you should be listening. You cannot think and listen at the same time. But the best part is that if you really listen, you will always have something to say, always. Stop worrying what to say next and just listen. Forget about yourself and try to explore people around you. Listening to someone is really a form of meditation, where instead of focusing on your breath or on a mantra, you focus on what the person in front of you is trying to communicate. And the same as in meditation, your mind will wander around, distracting yourself from the conversation by throwing in dozens of totally useless thoughts, usually judgmental. And your goal is just to notice that this is happening and to bring your attention back to your speaking partner. It is tough at the beginning, but it gets better in time. It always gets better with practice. Listening is one of the most overlooked and underused skills, but it easily is one of the most important ones that we can benefit from while living in a society. Remember that when you talk, you are only repeating something that you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. So, have you been listening? Did I manage to connect with you? I very much hope so. Let me hear from you in the comments below.